first Utah show ever. I am your host, Troy Johnson, and I'd like to welcome former Green Bay Packer, Super Bowl champion, and Miami native, Mr. Antonio Robinson. We are so grateful that you're here to stop by with us. God is good.
Amen.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, as you have been here training and resuming your professional career, some of our sources have told us that you're not only here training kids on the weekend, but you have also coached at Keysville Charter High. How has that aided some of your professional development?
To coach and still play is such a blessing to me because I coached at Keysville Charter High School, and to teach these kids some of the things that I learned in football, it increased my game. But not only that, it literally helped my character out too. I learned how to have patience, grace, mercy. And when I think of the characteristics that I just said, I think of Christ's characteristics: the patience, the grace, the mercy. So it literally, in every level of life, or the spiritual life and the physical life, it helped me out.
The sharing and giving attitude is usually from learned behaviors. Who were some of the people that steered you as you were coming up?
Well, it's a pretty tough question for me because growing up, I didn't have a mom nor a dad. My auntie raised me, and my auntie, I give her full credit because she made sure I had clothes and shoes and stuff like that. But I had my ups and downs with my aunt. But to give and share, man, I literally, man, I learned that from Christ. I mean, just reading the Bible and applying it to my life. Because as a kid, man, I used to be stingy. I mean, man, I didn't want to share with my brothers, nor my sisters, nobody. So I learned, man, it's better to give than receive. And when you give with a willing heart, you feel good at the end of the day. So to give back to the community is such a blessing. And the person that really inspired me was an artist named Tupac. I feel like he gave back to us towards the end of his career. He really inspired me, a couple of his songs. I felt like it inspired me a lot, man. And so in that sense of me saying that, to come back to my community and give back to kids that's literally lost and try to find their identity. They're trying to see who they are. All of the kids are not going to listen. Everyone is not going to listen. But maybe if a person come back and they share their testimony, you can touch that one person. And then that one person touch that next person in that generation. So I felt like I've done my job. I felt like I've done my job in that sense.
Come true, the Antonio Robinson story. A tale of trials and tribulations of a young man who experienced poverty in one of the worst housing projects in Miami. Antonio gazed out his window as teens sold drugs and beat each other bloody for the #1 spot. At night, he was tormented by the sounds of murder and the screams of the dope fiends. With an absent father and a mother strung out on crack cocaine, Antonio was given up at the age of 2. His abusive aunt took him and his brother in to her 2-bedroom apartment crowded with 9 people. Aunt realized Antonio would no longer take her physical and mental abuse. She threw him into the system. Finally released from incarceration to return to school, his aunt threw him out again.
Brought their clothes to the school and threw them out in front of the school, and I thought that was, it was so unnecessary.
He traveled from house to house and ended up on the streets. Living in his car, starving, with only the clothes on his back, Antonio turned to the chaos of the streets to survive. Yet enduring these years of hardship did not break him. He never lost sight of his NFL dreams. In 2010, wearing number 17 and the green and yellow of the Green Bay Packers, wide receiver Antonio Robinson made it to the Super Bowl. When life is more than a human being can handle, what do you do to survive? Who do you turn to? soon. Dreams do come true. The documentary.
After overcoming so much, why relive the horrific events that transpired and by creating your documentary?
Oh man, it was tough. It was literally tough. I had this lady, she come down. Matter of fact, I met the lady at this conference one time when I went and shared my testimony. And I have been sharing my testimony maybe for like 2 years then. And she wanted to literally throw it on the big screen, throw it on the book and stuff like that. And I was kind of like, I don't know. But I said, and I thought about it, man. I said, man, it's a kid that's going through something that I'm going through. So everything that I live, I bring it back, because a lot of people, man, they feel like they're just going in the closet digging out skeleton bones. And in my sense, man, I'll give my struggle applause, and I'm happy that I went through it. And the reason why, because it builds character. And to go back to it, you never know who you may touch. And I believe that I touched a lot of people, literally, with my story. So I have no choice but to go back to it. And a college degree is very important. It's very important. And I was always told that I'd never be nothing. When I would get beat by my aunt, she would tell me that. You'll never be nothing, and be dumb just like, and so on, these negative words. So it was like a proof. I had to prove this to someone. And I always wanted to, not only prove, I just wanted to make her happy at the same time. I would say, man, because I had a cousin, which was her son. He was like the poster child. She loved him. And I wanted to do anything and everything to do what the poster child was doing, what my cousin was doing. And I said, man, if I can only get my degree, maybe I can make her happy then. And so I got my associate's and my bachelor's degree. And I think it's very important too, just in case, because you know, on the road to success, I kind of look at it like where I had one goal, and my one goal was to make it to the NFL. And I don't have no other backup plan. I don't believe in backup plans, the plan B stuff. I don't believe in that. And the reason why I don't believe in that, because I had a Christ that went and died on the cross. And when he died on the cross, he didn't have a plan B. He only had one plan. His plan was to die on the cross for our sins. He didn't say, I'm gonna have a plan B just in case this don't work. No, it wasn't no plan B. So I kind of like try my best to live my life according to God. I take his words and I take his lifestyle and I apply it to my life. So it was either going all in or don't try at all. So, and I believe that my degree was just something I picked up on the road to the NFL, you know, and I'm pretty sure, man, that one day I'll be able to use my degree after I'm done playing football.
We've been hearing so much about the Struggle Nation and the community effort.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Struggle Nation.
I came up with Struggle Nation. The reason why, because when a person hears the word struggle, you hear the word struggle, you think about poor, right? Yeah. What else you think about? You think about struggling, you think about a rich, let's say a person that's rich and the person get AIDS, cancer, whatever, this person is sick, now this person is struggling. So I believe that everybody struggled on different levels. And so I named it Struggle Nation because we struggle as a nation. And I believe that Struggle Nation will change the nation. And I want to get everyone to believe what I believe about the word struggle. That yes, it's true that you will struggle. Yes, it's true that you will probably be poor when you hear that word. But at the end of the day, you build character. And if you endure through that struggle, you're going to receive the crown of life, which is eternal life. But not only that, God says, seek kingdom first, and all these things will be added unto you. So God will take care of you at the end of the day. And if you look at my life, He's taking care of me. And I'm going to take the struggle and I'm going to allow it to be a platform for Christ. And for Him to work through the Struggle Nation. And, you know, everybody has their testimony. And I also got a clothing line coming out, Struggle Nation. I have a book coming out about the struggle. I also have a poetry book where I write poems and a lot of poetry. Got a lot of stuff going on about the struggle, but it's about going through it and building character, not going through it and lose all hope. And then a lot of people go through the struggle and commit suicide. and you don't want that. And I can imagine everybody that's struggling right now is thinking about suicide. We don't want that. What we want to do, we want to make a difference. We want to change the nation, and that's what it's about.
Having grown up in the same streets, what message or advice do you have to the many NFL hopefully?
Well, if you come from the hood that I come from, if you don't come from the hood that I come from, if you on a higher level, I believe we all will probably get to that same destination. But if you try, you got a dream to go to the NFL. You got to know that the NFL is not a career; it's an opportunity. I was once told that before, and I was angry when I heard it. When I heard that it was an opportunity, I was upset. But now I understand it is an opportunity. And that opportunity, what the opportunity is there for, to either, whatever you stand for, I stand for Christ. So for, in my case, is to have a foundation for Christ and to preach the gospel to many people. So God used my platform of the NFL and me winning the Super Bowl, me playing for different teams and going to different, having a chance to go to Canada and stuff like that, He used to glorify His name. So you gotta understand it's an opportunity. And I'm using mine in an awesome way as well. And not too many people, they do it in different ways. Not knocking their ways, but it's not a career at all. It's an opportunity. And the best thing I can tell you, get your degree. Find out what you want to do right now. If you're in high school, find out what you want to do right now. Have everything written out right now. Write it out on paper. And then when you get to the NFL, look at your goals and see if you're reaching those goals or what are you doing to reach that goal. And that's what you need to do, especially as athletes, because a lot of athletes, we get there and they say like 88% of football players are broke as soon as they're done. So you don't want to be that guy, you know what I mean? So the best thing to do is get your degree, do your years, stay healthy, and be a professional at the end of the day. Because you don't want to be a grown man acting like a kid, you know, because at the end of the day, playing sports, so you probably look at them like, it's hard to grow up when you still playing sports. It's hard to do that. But at the end of the day, you got to be a professional. You got to know how to carry yourself and have integrity. And sometimes it takes a hard lesson. Sometimes it takes a trial for you to have that integrity. So, you know, don't be that person. I'm telling you right now, do not be that person. So learn from it. And learn from some of the people that made those mistakes. That's the best thing.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
It matters in mind.